if yeah, we will be recording the session just so that everyone can go back to it on the e-learning platform as we usually do. Nothing new there. If you want to, open your video, that would be great. So, because today's session is going to be quite interactive, but I will now do a quick introduction to the speaker, and then hand it over to him for the session today. So, Youva Bouzidi is an expert from the world of media and e-commerce with around 16 years experience launching online ventures, building functional teams, and building partnerships. He's a specialist in building digital products with a particular focus on engagement, growth, and revenue. Today, he's going to bring to the table his experience as head of digital products and partnerships at Euronews, where, amongst other things, he built and launched a team of YouTube channel managers, launched a newsletter with over 165,000 subscribers, managed teams across product, tech, and sales departments, amongst, again, many other accolades. Today, though, he's going to talk to us about how social media operates and can be monetized, how to make sense of the attention economy and really understand how people behave on social media, and ultimately the importance of digital marketing. I was thinking about that yesterday, reading this report called Oasis Media. Some of you may have even participated in it, but it found that media with a dedicated sales and business development staff reported 6 times higher revenue than those without one, which is just an interesting sign of the importance of thinking about building a team that really cross-cuts a variety of departments. And as mentioned, he will start sharing about how he built the newsletters and YouTube strategy at Euronews. So Youva, I will hand it over to you, and I hope everyone enjoys the session today. And I'll round off the session afterwards with a couple of comments about the next steps in the program. But I'll leave it to you.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the introduction. Nice to meet you, everyone. Nice to meet you. Maybe one day we'll meet you for real. As Ryan said, I have quite some experience in the media, and I'll try to share with you today how we build some of our strategies and how we kind of use the tactics that social media and digital marketing use to kind of grow our communities and monetize them. Okay, please, we'll try to make it interactive because I know it's a bit early in the morning, especially for people. I don't know if we have people from out of Europe, but yeah, we'll try to make it interactive. Okay, let's start by this one. I said interactive. Question. Who said this? Please. No idea?
Sorry, but I don't know.
He's Spanish.
Salvador Dali.
No, it's Pablo Picasso. Well, basically, I mean, this is very important because sometimes we kind of torture our brains to kind of find new things, but everything exists. Okay, it's just how to take what's in the market, what works, and try to do even better. Okay, so this is important because when we talk about digital marketing, when we talk about social media, when we talk about everything, just try to copy what they do. Do the same. It's not the good way to do it, because if we just try to copy, we will be just a bad copy of something. But if we steal it and make it our own, try to kind of print our DNA on it, then it works. Okay, just sorry, I have my Alexa playing music. Alexa, arrête la musique. technology. Yeah. So how social media ecosystem work? This is just, there's some magic behind it. Again, we said interactive. Who said this? If something is free, you are the product. Any idea? No? No one. It's just common sense. Okay? I mean, nothing is free in life. Either you pay with your data, either you pay with your attention, either you pay with money or whatever, but nothing is free. I mean, saying thank you when someone gives you something, you paid by saying thank you. Okay? So this is how social media work. The social media, not all of them, but most of them have been built using the reinforcement systems. They play with our brains. I mean, all of us, we have this kind of behaviors in our daily lives. When we seek for something, you wake up in the morning, your brain tells you like you are hungry, so you have to have your coffee or whatever. So it's the exact same thing. They just applied it in digital. So you have some few components here. So you have the affective component. I mean, sometimes we like things, sometimes we dislike them, and this was popularized by Facebook and YouTube. This is how we work. Either we like something, either we hate it. Social media, especially Facebook, brought in this in digital and created this like button where we can say, like, when we see a post of someone, we say like we like it or we dislike it. So it's our affective emotions that play here. The second one is motivation, the motivational component. It's the reality of our lives and what we desire. So we want to maybe I don't know if Ryan, you talked about the jobs to be done framework. So the jobs to be done framework is done by this. So basically, what happened here is especially the luxury industry apply it very well. I mean, why you buy I don't know, like Louis Vuitton bag or something? Okay, it's expensive. I personally find them ugly, but you show something in the society that you are someone important. You are someone who you have some success in life, and there is this kind of desire to show to people how successful you are, and this is either is innate or acquired. So some people are like born like this, they always behave this one, but some people they were like poor between brackets, and then one day they become rich people, and they completely changed to this area. The last one is the cognitive component. This is our behavior, the behavioral system. I see. Okay. So it's our emotions and the way we behave, the desire to accomplish ourselves. For example, waking in the morning, trying to go and do our morning run, for example, is our desire to be healthy and be motivate for the day and everything. Okay, do you have questions about this, the conscious and unconscious components? Okay, so let's move to to the attention economy. So our brain, as we said, works in a certain way, and those people try to use our brains to capture our attention, to kind of keep us in the loop, and try to sell us goods. Okay, so this is what happens every 60 seconds online. You know, your phones are popping notifications, ding, it vibrates, and we are always like stimulated to check our phones. How many times in a day you just scroll down, you know, to check if something happened? Have I received an email? I mean, sometimes it's just an ad, for example. Who cares? I mean, when you do this, I mean, you know that you don't have any kind of email or message or something like this, but we do it every day. We go to our phone and try to refresh it. So we play with it because of this, because we receive too much information, too much notifications during the day, that we are completely stimulated. And this, I mean, in addition to this, you have what we call the fear of missing out. This is why we kind of refresh our phones. This is why we use we check our phones, we check our emails, everything. It's just because we have this kind of fear of missing out, fear of missing something. Like, for example, when it comes to friendship, for example, not being in the latest joke. Just imagine you are outside talking with people and they start joking and you are like out of the joke. It's not good. So this is why we are going to Facebook, social media, just to see what happens and be there. The second thing is not being the first to know or the first to comment. You know, especially in some social media, the first comment is first. I hate it. In French, brems. It's just like I am the first one to comment. I'm the first one to know. And the question is, am I obliged to kind of be the first to know if something happened? I mean, even if it's like politics, whatever it is. I mean, this could wait. I mean, for the end of the day, so I can learn it. That's fine. So, I mean, it's just we are in this loop where we always want to know and comment, and then we have this not keeping caught in the friendship circle. If you don't go to social media, especially the Gen Z, if they are not in social media, if they don't interact with their friends, they feel like they have no friends, even if they see them in schools and outside. But if they don't interact on social media, I mean, they don't interact digitally, they feel like they are out of the loop. Any questions?
I'm good.
Okay, so let's try to study a bit how Snapchat operates. So Snapchat is just it's an application, a digital application of what we call the Moreno sociogram. Moreno is a scientist. He conducted a study and he went to some schools in the US, and tried to understand how the kids operate between them. Who is the leader of the group? Who is the funny guy in the group? Who is the beautiful lady of the group? And how they interact between them, how friendship operates. And he did this study, I mean, a social study, and shared it in I think it was in Stanford, and one of his students saw this and I was like, yeah, maybe it's a good model for me to build something. And he built Snapchat. So basically, Snapchat is just the art of quantifying friendship. Again, playing with our brain and try to see, you know, we saw this of the fear of missing out. He said, like, how can I quantify friendship? How can I say, how can I prove that I'm a friend of someone? Just, I mean, we agree between us, this is just completely crazy. Your friend doesn't have to prove anything that to say that you are his friend, but Snapchat does it. You have a bunch of signals, like for example, Snapchat will tell you if you are on an ongoing streak, if you don't have an interaction, and we are not talking about like months of no interaction. Sometimes it's just some few hours, and you receive this kind of notification saying like the snap streak is about to expire. You have all those motivation elements also that says like your snap streak with each other has crossed 100 days in celebration, giving you rewards. And all of this is just made to make you come back and use the notification, the application again. Okay, and you see all those elements also using them in the design, so to keep you in this loop, to kind of give you quantify your friendship with your friends, and try to kind of create this how we call that, I lost the word. I mean, try to apply this in real life. So basically, if you don't interact with someone, you will receive this notification. And I heard a story recently of two teenagers who were like, I mean, fighting because they received this notification on Snapchat saying that they are not on streak, and one of them thought they are like the best friends ever. But if I mean, as nothing happened on Snapchat, they were like upset together. So just see how something on digital, I mean, we all agree it's just an application which is supposed just to kind of simplify interactions between humans, brought something in real life and created the real problem. Okay, so this is how Snapchat was created. Snapchat is just, as we said, it's just an application of the Moreno's sociogram. Do you have questions? Okay, and please let me know also if I'm doing it quick. That's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Okay. Then, do you know which movie is this?
So Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I like this version, not the new one. Persuasive design. The persuasive design. I mean, I really love this scene, especially in the movie. You know, they were captured by the stormtroopers, and Obi-Wan Kenobi used his persuasive brain, you know, to tell them like, we are not here, like move away, and they left. So basically, Instagram is this. Instagram is just the application of a course in Stanford of persuasive design. So Kevin Systrom, it's hard to pronounce it. The creator, the founder of Instagram, was one of the students there, and he was attending this course, and he was trying to study persuasive design to help people to create an app. I think it was an app of how to quit smoking, how to pursue people to quit smoking. And then when he saw the course and how it made, and he thought, he was like, I can do a business with this, and he did it. So basically, the Instagram is just the art of applying like very good persuasive design. When you are on Instagram, you are in this habit loop. Okay, you wake up in the morning, you take a picture. This is just crazy. People taking pictures of their coffee. Why not? You create the queue, so it creates it on you or on Instagram. And I don't know if you know about this, but there is some places in the world, they are Instagrammable places. So people are moving, like traveling for hours, paying lots of money just to take one picture in one area. Why? If Instagram wasn't there, people maybe will never travel to these places. And this creates lots of issues, like even like ecological issues, like people traveling, taking the plane, and they are destroying like very fragile places in the world. But this is created by Instagram, not only Instagram, but it was mainly created by Instagram. So they create this queue. I don't know if you know about the Pavlov dog. You know about this? Yeah. So basically it's the same thing. So they play with your brain and they create this queue. And then when they create the queue, so they create this desire to go to a certain place, or to take a picture of your coffee, or selfie or something like that to share it. And then they create this routine. So when you wake up in the morning, when you do it, you need to kind of post something on Instagram. And why you post something on Instagram is just to get the reward. I mean, between us, when we post something on Instagram, the first thing we wait for is the kind of cling which says that someone liked your picture. And then if someone comments your picture and says something positive, then you are happy all the day. Again, it's just crazy. They still like apps. Okay, so Instagram is I mean, using the persuasive design, and they simplified it at a very simple point. So basically, they created this kind of motivators. So why we use Instagram? We use it because we want to belong to a community. We want to be accepted in the community, and we want to have followers. We want to be influencers. We want to capture likes and comments. And then the ability to do it is just very simple. I mean, you can take a picture of literally a wall, and you have a bunch of tools on Instagram, filters and everything, which will make it look beautiful. So everything is made easy for you to do it. And then what's the prompt? Why we? I mean, what? How do you say this? I mean, we don't have to be like an engineer or something like that. We don't have to be to have like diplomas or whatever to use Instagram. It's just easy, and the prompt is almost anything worth sharing. I mean, literally, because as I said, when you go to Instagram, people are sharing sometimes some stuff that's just crazy. So everything is made simple. Everything is made to kind of keep you in the loop. The other thing here also on Instagram, it's almost the only social network that doesn't really abuse from ads. Okay, well, this is maybe a bad translation from French. So they don't use that much advertisement on Instagram, because their business model is based on your attention. They just try to keep you on the app for the longer they can. How many times it happened to you to receive a notification on your phone? Okay, see, something happened on Instagram. You are doing something else. You open your phone, click on the notification, go into Instagram, and 2 hours later, you find yourself watching like random videos on Instagram. So you spend just 2 hours there, just for almost nothing. Okay, so their business model is made upon this, and this is how they monetize it. They don't use that much ads. I think you see 3 videos and then an ad, and it's completely personalized. But what they use is what we call the brand content. So basically the brands, they have your attention, they kept your attention, they use this attention to show you, I don't know, goods, makeups or whatever. Okay, do you have any questions, remarks, share any experience, agree, disagree?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, anyone uses Instagram or Snapchat in the audience?
We don't use Snapchat, but we do use Instagram a lot.
Yeah, and we discussed this, Chloe, about how to use
I'm interacting because people are so quiet today.
Yeah, please, guys. Can anyone share anything about how you use Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever?
I imagine Diana would have a few comments about Gen Stereo. They're very prominent on Instagram.
Yeah, so we have hi everyone. We have a news channel for young people on Instagram and on TikTok, but mainly on Instagram. So we use all the FOMO and all the tricks you mentioned before to keep them hooked.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, when we say this, I mean, we are not neuroscientists, we are not psychologists, whatever. It's just to understand how they operate. So we use it almost against them. I mean, to play with the rules of the platform. So we make the best from them. Okay, so as we discussed recently with Chloe from EUM. We said, like, if you use those platforms, I think it's no, not this one. So basically, I mean, just try to use the same the same codes as the app itself. There's this guy in France called Hugo Decrypt. He even uses a media. The guy is like 25 years old, and he created his Empire Media now, and he uses even, you know, the gradient, you know, the colors of Instagram when building, designing his stories on Instagram. Okay, so as we said, so how do they make money? Okay, there's a glitch. So that's the media should have been at the end, but that's fine. So how do they make make money? As we said, they use advertising. Okay, data. As we said, if something is free, you are the product. You are not personally the product, but your data are the product. They use premium memberships. The tick, you know, the blue tick on Twitter that almost became. I don't even know if we should pay now for the blue tick, or it was completely abandoned. Yeah,
We
Elon
are
Musk.
paying.
Really? How much? 8 or 20?
I think it's 8.
Okay. Yeah, crazy. Okay. They use diversification. We'll talk about it. They use lots of venture capital. Instagram is still still capturing money from the venture capitals, especially the big ones in the Silicon Valley in the US, and they have sometimes also transaction fees and virtual products. So advertising. So basically, they charge companies money so they can advertise on their site. This is really common. So you do it. If you do, if you have advertisement on your websites, this is the way they do it. The data, the most, I think, odd one is Facebook. You know, you heard about Cambridge Analytica and what happened with Facebook. So they sell the data, and they use something in yeah, maybe one day we can talk about how to use the data, but they don't sell like the raw data. They sell what we call the aggregated data. So basically they have your name, they have your age, your gender and everything. And then every time you put something on social media, they aggregate this data. So they create a third party kind of data. And they can say like, Chloe loves, I don't know, traveling in Spain and blah, blah, blah. And they sell this this data to platforms and advertisers. And this is why you see some ads and you go like, I mean, how do they know that I want this specific jacket or a pair of shoes or whatever? So this is how they do it. They don't sell your raw data, keep it in mind, they sell the aggregated data. And this is something you can do also. When you have the data, you have to study it, you have to gather it, you have to find out what's behind it. And then this is the gold mine, if you want, for you. The premium memberships, it's just easy, paywall. I guess lots of you here are using paywalls. Who's using paywall, by the way? Yeah, Chloe? Anyone else? I can see.
There's certainly a couple other people using paywalls here.
Yeah, so there is a paywall, and there is another thing which is really magic. It's called the data wall. Maybe again another day we can talk about this. So basically, either you pay with your money or you pay with your data. And when they use this paywall, they push you like for a premium membership. So to have access to kind of premium features, more filters, lots of stuff. They create these kind of digital goods. So you pay for them and use them.
Yeah, I think in the audience, there's a number of people building premium membership models right now. So we have Lazy Women, Andere Seits in Vienna, the team in Poland, Cicciado. This is a pretty common theme in monetization of membership.
Just one quick thing about this. I mean, please don't build any kind of paywall before you make sure your product is worth paying. Okay, just ask yourself this question. I mean, would I myself pay for my content? I know all media will say, all the journalists will go, yes, my content is the best in the world, but please ask this question, okay? Please kind of have this kind of narcissistic injury, okay? Do it. So diversification, so launching new services and products, buying other companies or startups. Facebook bought Instagram, WhatsApp. So basically, they diversify a bit what they do, and they do it. Like for example, Google is a search engine. I mean, if we go to the basics, it's just a search engine, and they diversified. Now they are planning to go to Mars and space and everything. So it's a way to make money. So again, this is something also you can do in media. You can diversify. We can talk for this again for hours. Venture capital. I think you all do it also. Receiving money from fans and sponsors and investors. And the transaction fees and virtual products. Virtual products, I'm thinking about Fortnite. You know Fortnite, the game? Yeah. So Fortnite is just magic again, because you pay money for nothing, because you buy like those rewards, which I mean, it's just a badge. and which costs money. So basically, they create these virtual products and sell them for you. L'Oreal created this connected mirror for makeups using Instagram filters. So basically, before you buy your makeup at L'Oreal, you can test it, see yourself on the screen, you know, using the AI and everything, and they did it like this. Do you have questions? Anything to share?
I'm sure a few of you have an interest in diversification and building different revenue streams based off of the products you're building. Maybe you want to jump in now, or you can jump in later on as well.
Are you talking to me, Ryan? No.
No, the
sorry.
audience,
Yeah.
yeah,
If you have
encouraging participation.
Yes, yeah, please. I mean, if you have questions, I mean, concrete things, please.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go for it.
Yeah.
This part is very interesting. So I'm more interested in knowing how we can combine and make a strategy with all these options.
Yeah.
So we can make, you know, a business, a digital business profitable.
Yeah, very good question. So, yeah, I mean, definitely you can use this. And everything is linked at a certain way. You cannot do advertising without data, okay? Because the first thing any brand, any kind of advertiser will ask you is, who is your audience? How do they behave? What are their needs? And how can I kind of reach them? And what's the degree of their attention? How much they spend on your website, for example, how they behave with your content, how many pages they see, and blah blah blah. So you need this data to do advertising. Premium membership, as Ryan said, so you know about that, and this is also we had this discussion with Chloe recently. If you build premium memberships, don't forget. I mean, you can do it. I mean, you can close all the website and put it behind the paywall, but you will need how I call this a huge amount of money to build awareness, so people come to your website and buy it. So people should know that you have something behind the wall which is worth paying. So maybe try to kind of combine, as Chloe said, combine all of these to show your content first. I mean, to kind of advertise it in a certain way. So maybe not letting people see all your content, you know, about these tricks. You see like the very beginning of the article, and then you pay to see the rest of it. But you can also use some techniques, like for example, combine it with social media, have just a 30-second summary of an article, and then at the end put this, if you want to discover more or if you want to dig deeper, come to the website with the link, and then so you create this. Again, we come back to the behaviors. You create this cue, you create this need for the people to come to your website and buy something. People will not just come to your website and buy. They need to have something in their minds that pushes them to do it. Diversification. Again, it is something you can do. Like, for example, I can share this experience with you. At Euronews, we build, I mean, in terms of diversification, we build an academy. Okay, so I was traveling the world, sharing our experience with other media or other organizations. So it was diversification. It's a news outlet, but we created this academy completely different from the core business. Venture capital is okay, and the transaction fees. So Chloe, again, we talked about it. We said if you have, for example, you plan to have a podcast. So one way of monetizing the podcast, so you can advertise other podcasts, not your competitors, but other podcasts may be something that will complete your podcast and make them pay for it. It's just at the end of the podcast you say like, okay, don't miss the podcast of any other brand, and you can charge people for this. So basically, everything works together and could be combined very, very easily. There's just some steps to kind of follow, starting with the data. And once you have the data, you can do everything. Chloe, I think you have a question.
Yeah. I just wanted a recommendation of your part, because we are like thinking that maybe we should focus less on creating a lot of content on the website, and also try to make real great content on social media, because we know that people don't click as much as they used to go to the website and then read all the articles. Like, a lot of people like to consume our content on YouTube, on Instagram, on podcast, whatever. So we are really trying to focus on that part. So how can we do, because you said, okay, on YouTube, on Spotify, you can implement a paywall and monetize it that way. But how can we do it with the other social media channels that are not, that don't have that option? Like,
yeah, well, this is I think this is the big issue of all media. I mean, they are all struggling whether they will keep their websites, because all the attention is captured by social media. Okay, but the main issue here is that monetization on social media is very difficult, because the huge amount, the huge percentage of the revenues are captured by the social media itself. Okay, because you are using their platform, so they give you like just some few things there. So one thing I mean, very humble, in a humble way, I could suggest here is to keep your website, but as I said, do your kind of in-depth content, explainers. I mean, the dig deeper content, something worth coming to your website, and use these kind of social networks and points as kind of entry points to your website. So basically, as I said, like summaries. And every time, use this kind of tactics, with design, like, for example, say like if you want to discover more, come to the website and create this kind of ecosystem, in a way, well, ecosystem between brackets, where social media will kind of alimenter, how I say this in English, feed your website. Okay, and then you have some other strategies. So on your website you can advertise directly, okay, and you keep all the money. If you do it on YouTube, for example, then you have a strategy, and we will try, I don't know if we still have time, we talk about YouTube and how to monetize it. So basically it's just a video strategy there on YouTube. It's just an extra money that you will bring. And just keep in mind, for example, YouTube, I think they take up to 73% of the revenues if you don't have an agreement with them. In 2016, I think I reached a deal with them where we found this deal where we share, with the revenue share was 53 for us and 47 for them. And believe me, it was very, very, very hard to negotiate, especially with them. So just to summarize, do your content on your website, as I said, the dig deeper, the explainers, the most of it on your website, and try to create these entry points from social networks. Okay, and there's some few of them, as YouTube, for example, for video. just for video, then you can use the platform to monetize it there. Okay. Any other questions? No? Am I that clear? Okay. Yeah, well, this is just to summarize what we said. Yeah, just someone with some logic. Basically, I mean, when you go into a platform, just play the rules of the platform. If you go to TikTok and you start talking as, I don't know, like a very old-fashioned politician, no one will listen to you. Well, maybe it could be a trend if you kind of package it in a good way, using the good musics and everything. Maybe it should work. It could work. So basically, I mean, if you go into a platform, please try to play with the rules, with the codes of that platform. Again, we did it with Chloe, and she showed me some few videos they did on Instagram, and I don't know, Chloe, if I can say it.
It was terrible.
No, stop.
You can
No,
say it, Youva.
no, it was not the point, but it was something made for TikTok, but published on LinkedIn. It worked more, I mean, better on LinkedIn than on TikTok, right? Yeah, it just because of the codes. Basically, I mean, the video was made with certain codes. It's not a criticize. I mean, this is how we learn also.
We are doing it a little better now. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So
with
basically,
with your advices.
good. Happy for that. So basically, just, I mean, sometimes you do something and you think, and I mean, strongly think that it will work on one platform, but if you don't use like the codes and everything. So yeah, for example, Le Monde here in France, they launched the YouTube channel, and they tried, you know, kind of publishing videos, having experts and blah, blah, blah. And it did peanuts. Nothing worked. You know what they did? They hired a YouTuber, like a young guy, I think it was like 22 or something like that. They brought him in the building, and they asked him to train people, to train journalists, to kind of embrace the codes of YouTube. And they found one video editor, and he was looking like, you know, with the beard and very like youngish, and he looked like a YouTuber. And they asked him, they said like, do you want to do it? He was like, yeah, why not? And he received this training from this YouTuber. And they created, I think the first video made like over 600,000 views on YouTube. And they have now a very successful YouTube channel, just because they went out from their standards and started to use the standards of YouTube. Okay, and it's a good transition to our next talk. We will talk about how to build a successful YouTube channel. In 10 minutes, I'm not sure I will share everything, but I can tell you very quickly how we did it. I was working on Euronews, and Euronews is a TV channel. So TV channel means lots of videos. We used to have those videos. We were publishing them on our website, and we figured out that publishing the videos on our website, we cannot capture the data. Having a player, especially at that time, I mean, building a player internally. I hope no one in the audience is trying to build its own player, because it's just crazy. Don't do that. It's just very expensive, and you can never ever I mean, cover all the needs of a player. The storage I mean, you store the videos, it's very heavy, so you need servers everywhere, and all of that costs money. The way to kind of use the bandwidth and everything, so all of that costs a lot of money. And if we kind of make this calculation, we found out that what we pay to produce a video, to store it, to kind of put it on the website, to kind of monetize it. So we pay more money than what we make out of the videos. And then I was looking for solutions in the market. So we went to see GW Player, for example, JW Player. Yeah, you know, lots of players in the market. And in an event, I met someone from YouTube, and we were discussing, and I asked him this question. I said, like, I mean, how your player works and blah, blah, blah. And he started to explain how they operate. And they said, like, we are building a program where we can share our player with some media. And they were looking for some media to kind of test, you know, this the new program. And I was like, okay, let's do that. And we took the video player, so we applied to this program. It's called PFP, so it's a YouTube player for publishers. And by using this, so we took the player, we put it in our website. So basically, we kind of eliminated all the costs of video storage, bandwidth, production, everything. So basically, everything which comes from TV, we put it there on YouTube. This is how we started. Okay, it's just taking the content from TV and put it on YouTube. We started to see that the video started to get some views. 30 views, 60 views, 100 views. We're like, yeah, we are the kings of the world because we have 100 views, but it didn't work. And we started to analyze the data. I mean, why people don't watch that much videos? Why we don't make money out of those videos? Because we thought, you know, we are media. We thought that our content is just best in the world, and people will find it, and blah blah blah. So we started to kind of try to understand how YouTube operate, how people use YouTube. So I went completely out of the media industry, and I started to check how YouTubers do. People like managing like astronomy video channels, cuisine, travel, whatever, just to kind of understand how they operate. And we found out that one thing which is very important. How can I? Okay, this is how yeah, that's just what I just said. So we use video to host the videos as a platform for the archives, for embeds. Basically, our content was shareable. So if you use a YouTube player, I mean, if someone wants to share the video, it's easy because it's shareable. The exchange of the platform. So basically, you can, I mean, between you can find some partnerships, and you can transfer videos via YouTube. The live streaming, which is very, very important. It's where you can make money. We use it also for the footprint, because they have a strong global CDN, which, I mean, if we wanted to use it, have it with, I mean, by our own, it's just something very, very expensive. And they have the widest device compatibility on this, because they have a full team. I think they are like around 3,000 people, engineers working just on YouTube on how to make the player the best in the market. Okay, So, sorry for the regression. So why? I mean, how we build this? I mean, how we kind of amplified our print, our footprint on YouTube. Basically, when we were posting the videos, as I said, coming from TV, taking like the title written by the journalist on the website and put it on YouTube. Easy. But we figured out that the title should not be the same. You have to kind of play with the rules of YouTube also and use very short and very captivating, Ryan, some help in English, please. Yeah. Titles, and don't give like all the story on the title. Just use something to catch again the attention. Okay, create this cue. I mean, people should kind of have this kind of curiosity to click and go and see the video. I remember, just for an example, I don't know if you heard about this Dominique Strauss-Kahn affair some few years ago. Yeah, if you are in the news industry, you heard about it. And the title I tried, it was just a test. The title I put on YouTube was, it was just Dominique Strauss-Kahn was struggling to open the door. If you remember this scene, you have all the media, the journalists, and he was just struggling with his keys to open the door. And the title was Key Questions for Dominique Strauss-Kahn. So it's just it's not an editorial title, but it's made as a kind of a joke for YouTube. So it's just to capture the attention, and this video worked as a charm. And then the second thing also we worked on were the thumbnails. Don't just take any kind of random picture and put it on YouTube. Please work very closely your thumbnails. It's your vitrine, basically. I mean, that's what people see. They see the thumbnail first, and the second thing they see is the title. So the thumbnail, you should kind of choose the right picture. If you cover sports, for example, don't put the ball if you have like a goal scored, don't put the ball in the goal. Just put the player shooting on the ball, just to create again this curiosity. So does he score the goal actually? So just to make people curious and check the video. Work your descriptions. This is for SEO because YouTube uses SEO also. It's the same engine as YouTube, as Google, sorry. They are the same company. So please work on your descriptions. I mean, we can dig deeper in these descriptions, and it's where also you can play your tricks to send back people to your website. Don't write the full article there. Again, a small summary of the article, and I mean it, a summary, not just the first lines of your article, a quick summary and some links to your website. Use tags, because tags work also on YouTube. I mean, lots of people missing. I mean, they don't know that tags work on YouTube. So you can tag your videos, and you can create playlists around those tags. And YouTube, yeah, any kind of industry, they love it when you play with their features. Okay, so because they create them, they have product teams, engineers, they spend time and money to create it. So when you start using it, they say like, yeah, it works. So let's push it a bit more. You can use the cards, at the end of the video, and even in the video itself, to promote like your next article, or in the case we just discussed, if it's a summary of an explainer, for example, on your website, then you can say, like, for example, don't miss the full article, the full story, dig deeper, blah, 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 and send people back. You can use the end screens also at the end of the video. You see, you can use, I think now it's 4 videos. You can advertise at the end of the video. So you can either create Yeah, I think this only works if you are a partner of YouTube, where you can share content of your own and operated website. But on YouTube, you can send people to other videos. So when we started to do this, when we started to kind of rework our content, creating these thumbnails, everything started to work. We went from I think 200 or 300 subscribers to our channel to 2.5 million subscribers, and we went from zero money to last year Euronews made over $1 million just on YouTube. Over €1 million revenue just on YouTube, just by applying this. Let me just try to share Euronews, just to show you concretely. Espanol. Euronews not in French, English, and we had 12 channels to manage. Okay. Yeah, 2.226 million. Yeah, good. Euronews. So just to check, so these are the thumbnails. We say that that's our latest bulletin. And when you see, because people will not, I mean, no one will tape on YouTube the name of your website, okay? People will browse videos. So when you do this, you create a kind of an identity, okay? It's the same as we said on Instagram. So you have to play with the codes, okay? So even if people are browsing YouTube, so when they see this, do you see my the mouse moving? Okay, good. So when you see this, you know that it's a video coming from Euronews, okay? There is a logo, and you have this kind of design, and so again, think of it as your video is living alone in a kind of a jungle called YouTube, where lots of content is there. You are not the only one talking about that topic. So yeah, create an identity. This is just one thing. And then if you have specific content, like for example, verticals or something like that, create an identity also on YouTube. Again, just for the sake of telling people that you exist and promote your channel. It's free, so use it, okay? And if you see, this is again another vertical. You see, so everything when you watch it, when you browse the channel, you see that it's something professional, okay, and something that was worked, and it's not just a robot, publishing the videos. And you can ask me this question about those videos that are not using the thumbnail, because we use the automatic publishing on YouTube. So these are videos published automatically on YouTube, and then like in few hours, a YouTube manager will go and pick the videos and rework them. And we do it in purpose. It's just to tell YouTube, we did something on this video. It's just to kind of wake up the algorithm to say like, there is an update, okay? It's just like your phone when you receive this notification and you say like, hey, something happened. So it's just to kind of give it a second life, okay? And this is why, and you see it's 2 hours, an hour, 26 minutes, and they will be redoing these videos. Again, I mean, we can spend like a week talking about YouTube and how to make money with it. But I think that's the essential of it. Just to summarize it, don't forget that your video is not shown like in the very top of the YouTube homepage. It's just living its life with all the content. There is lots of content, a ton of content talking about the same thing as your video. So try to rework it, try to give it an identity. If you have more verticals, try to build these identities over each video, rework your titles, rework your thumbnails, and the magic will happen.
Cool. Thanks so much, Youva. That was a super fascinating presentation. I know we've run over the hour here
Yeah,
because
sorry.
I think we could all spend another couple hours listening to Youva about his experience here. But does anyone have any questions before we run off? This will be, yeah, this is the last chance we have him to, speak to the entire group. So if anyone has any burning questions now, that would be an opportune moment to ask.
Please.
I would just have a question. Which social media platform consumes most money out of everything? Because YouTube for me seems I think it's one of the most complicated platforms to build an audience, but maybe not. So which one does consume most money and resources from your team? I mean.
YouTube, definitely, because of the video production. I mean, to produce a video is very costly. I mean, it's very expensive to produce a video. And once the video is produced, you need also extra money for the YouTube managers, the channel managers, to kind of build this identity. So yeah, it's expensive to go to YouTube, but you can also make money out of it. I mean, if you apply this, I will try to share, maybe with Ryan, we'll share it with you. There is this news guidelines, Chloe, I think I shared it with you, which is published by YouTube every year, I think around February, where they explain how to kind of build an effective YouTube channel. And believe me, you can make money. I did it in Kazakhstan, okay? It's not the country where I think about, I mean, making money out of YouTube. I worked with them. They applied the strategy, and in a year they went from $0 to $70,000 revenues on YouTube. Again, in Kazakhstan, where YouTube is not the best platform ever. So yeah, it's expensive, but you can make money out of it.
Do you have similar guidelines for the other platforms, Youva?
Yes, yeah, you have Hootsuite. It's a website where you can find tons of guidelines like this. Don't hesitate to go to Medium, for example. People are sharing their experiences there also. Tutorials on YouTube. Yeah, so try again, as we said. Remember this Pablo Picasso saying, "Bad artists copy, the best steal." Okay, steal it and make it your own. Don't just copy blindly. Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Any last questions from the field? Well,
Okay.
we will be posting this presentation at any rate on the e-learning platform. So if anyone wants to go back and review the very detailed introduction to both sort of behavior on social media, how newsrooms can take advantage of that, but also simply how it works, and ultimately monetizing and building video departments with a particular detailed presentation of YouTube. Of course, we'll have all of this material there, and it sounds like people we're paying attention attentively, just didn't have any questions this time around. But yeah, thanks so much, Youva. Really awesome to have you here. If anyone wants to be in touch with him, feel free to reach out to me, and we can think about setting up coaching sessions if it comes down to it. Sounds like people are feeling inspired from the chat session, so everyone start building your YouTube products. Unfortunately, we missed a bit of the session on newsletter development. Obviously, that's probably a room for an entire different speaker session. So we can think about how to fit that in if it's of interest to some of the audience. But I think we can leave it for there. Any last words, Youva?
Yeah, just thank you for your time. And again, bad artists copy, the good ones still. So please go take the best part of what you see on the internet and digital and industry. Move out of your industry so you can find very good ideas there. And thank you again. Thank you very much for your time and attention. And as Ryan said, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate.
Cool. Thanks so much, Youva. And
Thank you.
have a great rest of the week, everyone. Next week, as I had messaged in the Slack channel, we will be starting up another 2-week training session. This is the second to last one. The accelerator is just about 2 months out of completing. So we'll really be focusing now on delivering the projects, but we do still have speaker sessions. So Basia Cummings from the Tortoise Media Group, she's the a partner there, but manages as the director of their podcast studio. She'll be speaking to everyone next week at the same time on Thursday. So looking forward to your participation there. Prepare your questions. And if anyone has any thoughts for Youva, feel free to send them to me and I can relay them over. And yeah, have a great Thursday, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.